Welcome everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Seldon Tenzing. I'm an entrepreneur in the field of travel, a life and a business coach, a speaker and an author in making. And today I have another interesting topic for you. It's called the top 6 myths in an entrepreneurship journey. Do you know why I made this video? It is only because before, when I started this entrepreneurship journey, I had a very different perception about what this journey is about. And once I decided to step in and start walking and running in it, I realized that these certain perceptions did not hold true as what I thought before. So if you are somebody, if you're somebody who is aspiring to be an entrepreneur, you've got to listen to these 6 myths, because we never know that you might be having the same perception, right? Before we deep dive in, I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell button in order to get notifications. Plus, also join me at my Facebook VIP group called the Entreprenuer-Ology, and the description will be given the link will be given at the description. So let's start right away. Alright guys, so the first myth that I came to know that wasn't true is that every entrepreneur or an entrepreneur is his or her own boss. This actually holds true for me, because I worked in a corporate job for 10 years, and then I was so fed up with the whole corporate cycle, going to the work 9 to whatever, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there was no limit. And there was so much of slogging. I was tired with the whole culture behind me. I thought, you know what, entrepreneurship will give me the authority, will give me the leverage of being my own boss. Well, that is true to a tiny extent, but in a long run, it is not true at all. You're really not on your own boss. An entrepreneur, a true entrepreneur, is somebody who builds systems, who manages people, who I view that person as a firefighter in a business. Yeah, he's no less than a firefighter, because in a business, what can go wrong, what new issues can come up, you have absolutely no idea sometimes. So not everything is in your control. So you're constantly trying to manage people, you're constantly trying to handle issues that got escalated. So it's just it's a lot of responsibility and a lot of accountability. So if you're a person, check for yourself. If you're a person who doesn't like responsibility and a lot of accountability, entrepreneurship is probably not for you. But if you are, and you are somebody who wants to make a difference in other people's life and wants to, who loves to have more accountability and create something new, entrepreneurship is for you. So the second myth which I want to highlight is, you have to take a lot of risk to become an entrepreneur. Isn't this a misconception? I think this is a misconception a lot of people have around us, including me again, before I started this journey. So people think that you need to have a huge risk appetite before you become an entrepreneur. But you know what, let me give you a perspective. Our life is full of risk, right? There is no guarantee for anything. Even if you're in a corporate job, what is the guarantee that you would not, that you would wake up the next day and your job would still be there? What is the guarantee? What is the guarantee of our life? That you wouldn't be crossing the road and God forbid some truck hits you and you no more, right? So what is the guarantee for that? The life is full of risk. Let's take the example of the pandemic that we all had. Who had any idea that this is going to come and change our worlds forever? So we're constantly living that risk, right? But we know, we still have that level of confidence that if we are alive today, we might be alive tomorrow. This is how entrepreneurship works as well. It is not just about taking blind risk. It's not just about taking, having millions of dollars and just putting it into something that you might have, a little bit of belief in. It's not about that. It's about taking calculated risk. It's a skill. It's a skill that one must learn to build. So it's not about blind risk. It's not about taking a whole lot of risk that makes you an entrepreneur. It is the ability to take calculated risk and understand which battles you've got to fight and which you need to leave. So entrepreneurship works in a similar way. It is not a gamble. It is a skill of taking calculated risk and knowing which battles you need to fight and which you need to let go. And this you need to do through a lot of experience that comes on the way and a lot of data and analytics. So don't think you need to be taking a lot of risk. You just need to learn the skill of taking calculated risk. The third myth that I want to highlight is anybody can be an entrepreneur. This is an absolute myth. One thing that I've learned in this game, not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Did you know that over 95% of businesses fail within first 5 years of its existence? There is a reason why there is. Because the game of entrepreneurship is very different, and the kind of mindset and the skill set that you need to have is very different. It's never about the resources, it's about the resourcefulness. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you think you're right, you deserve to be an entrepreneur, you should be willing to grind. You should be willing to build qualities like resilience, patience, persistence. During first initial months of your journey, you might not be able to even have a personal life for that matter. There is an amount of personal life that might get sacrificed on the way. But you know what? End of it, when you cross this phase, it's going to be all worth it. But you've got to be somebody who knows how to have delayed gratification. You need to become somebody who knows how to be patient, who consistently puts in effort, but waits for the results to come. If you can become that person, and it can be a skill, a mindset that can be built. But if you're willing to build that, yes, you can be an entrepreneur. But if you cannot, no, you cannot be an entrepreneur. The fourth myth says that you need an original or a unique idea to be successful. Have you heard this before? A lot of people don't start anything because they think that, my idea is not good enough, it's not new, it's not original, it's not different, it's not hotcake types. Well, if you really notice in this digital era, today e-commerce companies are on a boom, right? And if you see what is happening around the e-commerce world, most of the ideas actually are not original. They're all copying each other. They're just tweaking a little bit here and there and launching in the market. Most people are actually trying to copy the success stories, and there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, I would really recommend you to model a system which is actually successful, a system that is proven, that has worked in the market, somebody who has already done it. It is a great evidence that shows you that this can be replicated, that this can be built as well. So a system that already works, I would say just copy it. Stop using your unnecessary brain because there's so many other things you have to think about. So don't overthink about whether my idea is original or not. If you have something that you think can work and you're ready to grind for it, I say go for it. Okay, the fifth myth says that you need a lot of money to start a business. Well, the fact is that yes, you do need some money to start a business, but it's not necessary that you need a lot of money to start this business. Not every business needs a venture capitalist today. You can also start a business using your personal savings or maybe a bank loan, etc. And there are a lot of examples that support this. For example, there is this, I'm sure you know this company called HP, right? Who doesn't? HP actually started with a investment of $538. Dell company started with $1,000 investment. Flipkart started with 4 lakh rupees. And they've all become this multi-million-dollar company today. They've all become successful. Personally, in my own ventures, I've invested anything from $200 to $15,000. And I have all financed it through my personal savings, through friends and family, and through bank financing. And I've never had, and I did not have, so far I don't have the need to have a venture capitalist. So you need to have money, but you don't need a lot of money. But yes, again, let me highlight, you need to learn how to take calculated risk. And you need to be also okay with the fact that every rupee that you put in might not give you an equivalent return as well. But life is all about risk, isn't it? You just need to, again, choose. You just need to know how to choose your battles wisely. The final myths that I used to think about, and this is a deal breaker for me. I used to think entrepreneurs are only looking for money. Growing up, I was told that I was actually told that people who do business are extremely money minded and are corrupt individuals. Imagine, while some of the business owners might be working on that principle, but when I started to do my research and I noticed that I'm talking about this real true entrepreneurs, guys like Steve Jobs, again, guys like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, these people, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, these people actually started a game to make an impact in this world. They started what they did with a lot of passion, a lot of determination, and with a vision and a mission that they wanted to bring a real change in the world. Their primary focus was never to start a business just to earn a lot of money. Money for them has always been a byproduct. And this concept took me a while to understand as well, because for me, whatever businesses I started in the initial time, I always thought I need to make a lot of money and I need to make it fast. And that thought process is the fastest way to fail. So you need to have a dream, you need to have a passion, you need to have a mission, and you need to have, most importantly, the courage to share your gift with the world. And that is what makes the entrepreneurship journey so fulfilling. So I hope these 6 myths were actually an eye-opener for you. And if you've been thinking the same about me, put in the comments. I want to hear your suggestions, your comments as well, and I will let me know what you think about this video. And I think this could be a good benchmark for you to also understand whether you need to be an entrepreneur, whether you should become an entrepreneur, or you should continue doing something else, or you should continue doing what you're doing, right? So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and join me in the group, Facebook group, the Entrepreneur-Ology Hub. Thank you so much for watching.